Dave with Appliance Doctors here today, talking to you about how to replace a door lock on a Maytag or Whirlpool washer. Pretty easy job, not too bad, shouldn't take you too long to do. Door locks can range anywhere from what I've seen, anywhere from about $60 to $100 depending on the machine and the model. But pretty straightforward project here. Let me get started and show you kind of what we're going to do. So let me just tilt the camera here. Okay, and right here is a door lock, of course. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the outer ring off for the boot, and we can get to that thing really easy once we do that. We take that off, comes out pretty simple. Now I kind of did that fast. Let me show you what I did. There's a clip right here next to the spring, so you're just going to grab that guy right there and just pull on it. As simple as that. So we're going to pull this boot away. We have 2 torque screws here on this particular machine. You know, that's gonna vary, of course, depending on the model and the machine that you have. So we're going to take these 2 out. Set them aside. We're going to take this guy out here. Now it might be clipped in here. There's a plastic race, a wiring race that goes down here. Sometimes it's clipped in there. This one is not at this point. But yeah, we're just going to pull this out like this. And my wire came out there, so I'll plug that back in. But there's going to be, on this particular one, there's a total of 3 wires that you're going to pull off, and we're just going to go ahead and replace it. Those wires can only go on one way. You can't really screw that up. You just plug those wires back in, replace it, pop this guy back in. It's really that simple. You know, door lock, you know, if you have a door lock issue, I'll be honest with you, it's not very common. But if it happens, you'll normally, when you hit the start button, you're just going to get a bunch of beeps. You know, this does show a code, and the codes, depending on the machine, you know, they all vary. So it's hard to tell you what code is going to come up with this. Now, mainly on a Whirlpool Maytag, you're going to see like an F11 code, I believe is what the door lock code is. You know, like I said, that could vary with different machines and different brands. Now, of course, to finish the job, we're just going to put that spring ring back into the seal here. We're going to flip this seal back into that groove. Just with your finger, just make sure that it's in that groove right. And then we're going to put the spring back on. You know, this spring doesn't matter. I mean, it can go anywhere. It doesn't have to be on the bottom. I prefer to put it on the bottom. For me, it's easier to put it back on, but however you guys want to do it is fine. But how I do it is I just kind of run my fingers down like this, kind of walk my fingers and spread that spring at the same time. And I'll be honest with you, it kind of looks easy how I do it, just because I've been doing this long enough where I kind of got it down. Don't get frustrated with it. Just take your time putting that spring back on. Now, there is tools for this. However, I don't think you're going to want to spend the money. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, I don't think it's going to it'll justify the expense. However, there is one that exists if you wish to do that. But that will conclude today's video on door lock replacement. If you have any questions on that, comments, anything like that, I'm going to put my link for my email in the description. Also, you can visit my website, which will also be in the description as well, but that is ApplianceDoctorsWI.com. Until next time,